warm greeting. In the today's sessions, we are going to discuss about what if analysis. In the last part, we have covered how to work with the worksheet and we have covered our following point. And in the today's sessions, we are going to discuss about what if analysis, where we are going to cover all these points one by one. So let's start with the purpose and categories of the function. So in Excel, basically function is what? It is simply a predefined formula that performs the calculations on cells. So it may be a individual cell or it may be a range of cells, no issue. You can create the formula using the basic mathematical operators like we have already seen this particular example. If you want to find out the additions of cells, say A1, A2, A3, the one way is what? Specify the equal sign, then A1 plus A2 plus A3. That's good if you have very few cells. But what if you have say hundreds of cells, then specifying the formula something like this is obviously very difficult. So we have seen one of the solution for this is what? A function called sum. So here, for example, if you want to find out the sum of cells, say B1 to B6. So instead of writing like this, what we can do? We can specify B1 colon B6. It means it is what? A range. So Excel provides a different types of functions. So this is basically a function. So Excel provides a different types of the function based on the functionality. So some of the functions that have been supported by the Excel are mathematical functions, which include the sine, cos, tan, logarithm, etc. Then we have a statistical function like sum, average, max, mean, etc. Then we have a financial function, then date and time function, logical function like and or not. Then we have a textual function like in order to convert the cell values into uppercase or lowercase or NIT cap or trimming the cells, etc. So the Excel provides the different types of functions. Then we will discuss here statistical function. Assume this is one of the cell that you have created, the name of the player and the number of runs they have scored. Now in order to find out the total sum, what you need to do? You need to use a function called as sum. So sum of what? B2 to B6. Okay. Similarly, in order to find out the average, this is the formula or this is the function that you need to write. Then in order to find out the maximum run, we have a function called as max between B2 to B6. It's what? 78. Then similarly, mean function, we have then a count function. In order to count the number of players, we have a function called as count. And finally, a mode function which will count the number of repetitive values. In this case, it's a 24. So it will show the repetitive value is what? Here it's a 24 and it is occurring 2 times. Then we have a logical function. So logical functions are basically useful to combine more than one condition. Okay, assume these values have been stored in the cell say B1, C1 and D1, and we need to check whether student is pass or fail. So for that purpose, what you need to use? You need to use a function called as if. This is called as a conditional function. Now here we have a more than one condition. So in order to combine more than one condition, you need to use what? A logical function. So in this case, we have used what? A AND function. So if the value of B1 is greater than 35, value of C1 is greater than 35, and if the value of D1 is greater than 35, in that case, result is what? Pass, otherwise it's a fail. Now the OR condition is useful when you want to check if one of the condition is true or not, and not is what? It is simply a negation, nothing else. Now, we can enhance the current unformatted worksheet into a formatted manner by using what? A format as a table feature provided by the Excel. So by default, whenever you are creating the sheet, it is what? It is in unformatted manner. So you can convert this unformatted table into a well-looking table by using what? A concept called as format as table. So it appears under the home tab. So select from the home tab, select format as a table and then select the light or medium or dark based on the intensity of color you would like to have, and observe it looks like this. Okay, it means you will be able to enhance your table by means of a concept called as format as table. Not only that, you will be also able to format individual cell based on certain condition. It means if that particular condition has been satisfied, you can change the color. So for that purpose, assume in this particular table, you want to highlight all those players who have scored more than 50 runs. So for that purpose, what you need to do? First of all, you need to select the range, that is B2 to B6. Then from the home tab, select what? A conditional formatting. Under that, you have a different page of conditional formatting. For example, you can highlight the cell, or if you want to display only the top scorer or lowest scorer or something like that. You can also display the values in the form of what? A bar and etc. So in order to select the first one, what you need to do? Select the example as what? Highlight cell rules. Then specify the condition, for example, above 50 runs, and then click on OK button. So your screen will look like this. Okay, so you can change the color, the appearance of the color as per your wish. So we will discuss again this part in our practical session. Then what if analysis, one of the important part of what your data analytic. So let's see. Assume this is one of table, okay, the original table, and this is assume a data of what, the number of laptop that has been sold by a particular organization, and their target is what, in the next year they would like to have the target of 250 by, and for that purpose they want to concentrate on a particular city, say Chandrapur. It means that a goal seek allows a user to determine the desired input values for a formula when the output value is already known. We know what is the output, it's the 250, and we would like to concentrate on a particular cell values or cell addresses. This command adjust the value in a specified cell, not all the cells. Remember, we can concentrate on only on a specified cell until the formula reaches to a target values. Okay. Now, in order to, instead of targeting on individual cities, if you want to target all, so for that purpose we have what? A solver option. Solver determines what values need to be in a multiple input cell to achieve a desired result. So by default, the solver option is not available on your Excel. So for that purpose, you need to add in. So how to add in? The procedure has been given over here. Okay. So just follow this particular method in order to add and solver. Now observe that the 250, the values has been changed at the different cities. Now it's the time to do a practical session, and before that, in the next part, we are going to discuss about the database in Excel, which is one of the most important part. So in the practical session, we will try to cover all the points that what we have discussed in the today's part. So let's open the Excel sheet. This is the sheet that we have created during our last practical. We have already used a function something like sum. Observe that sum. Then we have already used a function like if and etc. Okay. So Excel provides a different types of what? Statistical functions or different types of functions. So how to know what are those functions that are available? So from the formula tab, you can get all those functions. Financial function, there are various functions under the financial, then logical function under text function. Again, you have a n number of separate functions, then date and time, mathematical trigonometric functions, and under the more functions, these are the various functions that comes under what? Statistical. Then we have engineering function, then information related function, then web based functions. Okay, so there are various functions that have been supported by the Excel. So now we will try to concentrate on some more statistical functions. For example, if you want to find out the total number of students in the class, so for that purpose you have a function called as count. Count of what? Cell C4 to C31. So how many students are there total? 28 students. Now if you want to find out how many students are passed, so for that purpose, instead of writing count, you have one more function called as count if. So specify the range, that is H4 to H31, and the condition is what? Criteria is a student should be passed. So total 16 students are there who have passed the examination. Now in order to find out the fail, one way is what? Total student minus total pass. The another mechanism was you can also specify the condition. It might be possible because there some student might be absent. So instead of considering them as a fail, what you can use? You can use a count if function. Count if, again H4 to H31, and then fail. Then in order to know who has scored a maximum mark in a particular say paper P1, we have a P1 and P2. So for that purpose, we have a function called as max. So max of what? P1, it means C4 to C31. So it is 94, and in order to find out the average marks, we have a function called as average. Average of in P2 paper, that is D4 to D31. Okay. So that is how you will be able to work with what? A function. Now we will try to see how to format as a table and conditional formatting. So for that purpose, first of all select the cells. Then under the home tab, you have an option called as format as table, and then you have option whether light or medium or dark. So assume I have selected this particular option and see. It means you will be able to enhance your table looks. Okay. Then once you have selected this, you can also change as per your requirement. And so on. Okay. So that is how you will be able to work with what? The format as a cell. Now we will discuss about the conditional formatting. For example, I would like to highlight all those cells where the students have scored more than say 70% of marks. So for that purpose, conditional formatting is useful. So we have already highlighted the cell. Then you can also show the topmost student, or you can also show a bar. Okay, so we will use what? A highlight cell rules. If you want to clear the rules, you can also clear the rules at the end. So greater than what? 70 marks. So by which color you would like to highlight this particular cell? So I am selecting the option say red border and then OK. So observe, this is what? A red border. It is a red border. So instead of that, you can also select what? A different colors. So once again we will see condition formatting, highlight greater than 70 with a color say green field with dark green text. So observe. So this is how you will be able to what? You will be able to format the condition based on certain values. Okay. Now it's the time to discuss about the goal seek and solver. So like earlier said, assume these are the number of items that have been sold by this particular organization in the previous session, and now their target is what? To make the sum up to 250 cells by concentrating on a city say Chandrapur. Okay, so how to do it? For that purpose, this is what? This is an example of what if analysis. So under the data option, we have what if analysis. So select what? Goal seek. Now which cell? Set cell what? E9 to a value 250 by targeting which cell? By targeting Chandrapur, that is E6. And now observe. Total cell is what? 250, and we have concentrated on the Chandrapur. Now please remember, using goal seek you will be able to target only individual cells, not multiple. Now if you want to set a multiple, then solution is what? Solver. Okay, so now we will discuss about the solver. Okay, how we will be able to change the values at multiple cities. So for that purpose, use this solver. So set objective, that is I9 with the value of 250. Okay, now solve it by changing the values of all the cells and click solve. Observe that it is showing what? It is showing the values in a point. I don't want this, so restore the original values and again click on solve. Again set the values, but now I am putting what? Certain conditions. The condition is what? The value should be integer. Value should be integer. Okay, add this condition. Then the value of Nagpur should be less than, that is I4. The value of I4 should be less than or equal to 60. Add this condition. Similarly, the value of Chandrapur city I6 should be less than or equal to say 40. Add one more condition. Again and again I am selecting the Pune I5. The value of should be less than 85. Okay, and click on OK. So these are the 4 conditions that you have specified, and now click on solve and observe these values. Okay, so if you like this to have these values, you can simply click on OK. Otherwise, you can also restore the original values. So simply click on OK. So that is how you will be able to target what? The different cities. So this kind of information is very useful during the decision making. So this data analytics tool provides a mechanism through which we will be able to take what? A proper decision. So I hope you understood the entire part. With that, thank you very much.